Hey, there's our Stuart Haas fan. Welcome on in. Hey, AJ. I knew it was you, Clyde. Tough news on that Briscoe penalty. Holy smokes. That all but ended his chance of getting in the playoffs without a win. Damn. That was a hefty penalty for running 20th. I'm not going to lie. That's kind of bummer. Welcome on in, everybody. We'll get everything booted up here. Let's see. What do I got for a battery on my picture-taking phone? Looks pretty good. Okay, good to go. Because I will have to have some photos I got to take here. Alrighty. Let me check my Wi-Fi router quick. All right, reconnecting. Yep, there we go. Ooh, okay, hold on. Let's try and what the hell's going on here? I don't understand why this thing is so blurry all the time. Golly, what is going on? Come on, zoom out. There. Right about there is good. Let's see if it can focus on a car. Ugh. Quality is just garbage. I will never understand what happened to this thing. What can I do? This camera setting is awful. Alright, let's see here. Filters are no longer available. That's not fun. Highlight, enable flash. Oh, flip the camera. Hi, guys. Dang, I don't know what's going on here. It's really a bummer, because, yeah, you can see, like, it is really unclear. Well, that's not terrible. It's certainly not good. Let's grab Harrison Burton's car again and see if we can focus in. Do I have to be this close to it? Wow. Not gonna lie, this is really, really mediocre for a camera. Not really sure what's going on with it, but we will try to press on. I just know that this is... I kind of have a higher standard of what I want my camera to look like. It's not bad. It'll work. I'll let it go. I'll be able to make it work. So, all right. Anyway, guys, welcome in. 16 in already. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. Got to move some boxes down here to make room for other boxes and boxes of boxes. We're going to start with a few that actually came in a while ago. By a while, I mean a week. But these are the cars that came in last week, and I haven't showed off yet. These are some 2023 164s. Got Harrison Burton's, number 21 Motorcraft, Ford Mustang. So there you go. The Ford Motorcraft. I'm taking a shot at him. Right here, there's the Bowman Day Scheme, the number 48 Ally car, with the day color cars on it, so it's a little bit brighter. I don't know. I don't hate this car, but I don't love it either. So that's the daytime car. Then we have our nighttime car. Gets a little bit darker. This one's a little bit better. The teal number is weird. I'm not going to lie. That's a weird color in there. But it doesn't look bad. And then we have Public Enemy number 1, Denny Hamlin. His 2023 FedEx Toyota. This is going to be off the table. Oh, geez, I actually almost dropped it. That was not even a joke. Then we have Public Enemy number 2, Mr. Crash's Denny Hamlin. Chase Elliott, his 2023 Napa car has arrived. And that's the end of the 2023s. Then we got a couple of 2022s left over. We got the Interstate Batteries Champion car. This is the Xfinity Series Champion car. So yeah, that's the Interstate Batteries paint scheme with the Champion logo. Kind of weird because he only ran it a couple times, but I get it because a monster. And then here we go. We got the Chevy. This is Kyle Larson's Watkins Glenwyn. This is the 164th version. That's why you see the ethanol ring on this side. And no wiper or anything because of how they set it up. But yeah, anyway, that's his Watkins Glen win. Then we got a couple of Kevin Harvick wins. You see, we've got the confetti car. I mean, this thing is caked with confetti. By the way, don't sleep on it because the 124th is here too. Oh, yes. I haven't showed that off yet because I haven't done my review, but I got to show that off quick again. So there's the confetti on the Richmond win, which I think is going to be one of his better wins. And then we also have the Michigan win. It looks okay. Not as big a fan of this one. I really like the Richmond win, but this one's still a solid win from Michigan. And then the last car on that list of stuff that already came in is Kevin Harvick's Busch Wingman. I love this car. I mean, the neon orange, the camouflage, but I mean, this thing just looks good. So yeah, solid paint scheme. Hate the number location, always will, but is what it is. Can't fix it now. All right, so that's what has come in so far. Let's see here. A KB23 custom from this guy. Oh, not a custom, a 2023 car. You are still waiting on it. They, is that coming out this? Did that come in this order? I gotta double check. I think the 2023 Kyle Buescher should be releasing soon. Let me see. I'm gonna grab the 2 boxes and slide them nice and close. But yeah, basically you're waiting on Lionel to release them so that I can ship them to you. That's what we're waiting on because Lionel has yet to release them yet. Yes, the Bubba Kansas should be here in a couple weeks as well. All right, so let's start with our first car of the day. This is actually a car I have had before. I think I've already reviewed it. However, it was out of stock on the website. It is out of stock no longer. This one is, anyone want to guess? Anyone? I'll let you guys guess for a second while I actually am going to go into my website physically right now and go put it back in stock because I don't know if it's actually there or not. All right, let's see here. All right, what are the guesses? 99 Sonoma. It is not. It is a raced win. Good catch. Not Dillon's Daytona. That one is actually just getting in stock for the first time. That just came out. But this one is... How about that? Is that enough? That doesn't give it away yet. There we go. Byron 2022 Atlanta win. So yeah, gonna do a quick inspection, but like I said, this one I do not have to take any photos of, so that does make it a little bit quicker. Just gotta basically pull it out quick, make sure all of the everything on the car looks good, make sure there's no major defects, and do my quick inspection, and then we're good to go. All right, so inspection shows. There we go. So there's that. That feels good. Let's go here. We've got Elite card, Race Win card, and a Race Win sticker. Good. All right, all the pieces are in it. Now we just got to take a quick look. No major paint defects. Windows are all there. Roof flaps do move. Everything looks good there. Yep, that moves. That moves. Everything looks good there. Pretty good condition. So this one's in... Well, it should be in good condition. It's brand new, but I'm talking like no major errors that I can see. Yep. Yeah, looks good. So yeah, there we go. So yeah, now this one is good to go. Let's see here. The 164th KB Lenovo and Alsco cars are out. Well, if they're out, then they might be in this box. I gotta check. I gotta open the other box to get my receipts, so I know exactly what's in here. This is one that I just returned to stock. But yeah, if they're in, that means they're ready to ship, so that's good news. If they just came in like today, then that would mean I have to wait a little bit because they gotta ship from North Carolina to me. So the Byron has passed inspection and has returned to stock. So any of you who are looking for the Byron Atlanta win, I will also do a quick shout out, letting you know nothing. I'm not gonna let you know anything because I actually don't have the pin. My bad. No pin for that one. Hey, Florida Denny Band, welcome on in. Okay, yeah, somebody else has got them on hand, then that would mean they should be in. And like I said, they might be in this box right to my left. I gotta pop the box open and see, because they very easily could be in there. All right, so that is Byron's Atlanta win, inspected and checked. All right, next car. Let's go to something new that nobody has seen yet. All right, let's do that. I'm gonna pop this box open and see if I got those Kyle Busch ones for you. Take a guess on what it is. It's not a raced version. It is a 2023 non-raced version. There we go. Okay. 2023. Man, I don't know what to... Yeah, not on. I don't have them on the list yet, so I'm not sure what's going on there. It is not Ally or Bowman, actually. It is Ross, the boss, Chastain with Kubota. The Hail Melons are in. I believe those are here. I gotta look quick and see what's going on. Why I haven't seen that Kyle Busch one yet? That bugs me. If someone else has it and it's because I've got some kind of error on my order side, I need to get that corrected. Let's see. I need to take a quick look here. So sorry about the delay here. I am just simply taking a look at trying to make sure I'm not missing something here. Yeah, I don't show those on hand yet. I still show the Alsco and the Lenovo as pre-orders. Now, they are at the trailers, and they also are available in the die-cast chassis, but I don't think the regular ones are out yet. According to the website, they are not here yet. Now, you might be seeing them in that die-cast chassis or the regular because they air. They basically next day air them over from China, so they air freight them instead of the regular like coming in shipping containers. So that could very easily be the case. That might be what's going on as far as why you're not seeing them yet. Obviously, yeah, I'd love to get them as fast as possible, but that very easily may explain what's going on because I don't see them on hand just yet. All right, so here is the Ross Chastain Kubota car. This is a car that he ran late last year and then again early this year. Really, really liking the way this one looks. We got the Kubota down the side. Love the colors of the black and orange. We've got, obviously, our Trackhouse #1. But, man, I got to say, Trackhouse is killing it on the paint schemes. They always have a good, sharp look to them. They don't look too bad at any point. Still waiting on the KB Talladega win. Oh, that's going to be a good one, too. The McLaren Grills car looks good. But we are a long ways away from that one because we haven't even seen our first 2023 win yet. We have seen prototypes of a couple, though, so we're getting a little closer. But, yeah, here we go, our #1 Kubota car. So, yeah, pretty cool there. You can see we've got the Kubota across the back. Spoiler height, still wrong. I hope to God they fix that. But, other good news. Yay! The good box has returned. We've known that for a little bit. Yeah, that one looks good, so don't need to do any more inspections there. I will, however, have to photograph that one. So, actually, let's just photograph it now. I ain't got nothing else to do. We can hang out and have a long stream tonight. All right. There we go. So in case you've ever wondered how I do my photographs, it's literally just like this. I just simply set the thing up and take a picture with my phone. It's crazy. Oh, snap. I need to go grab a screwdriver. I'll be right back. I gotta go grab a screwdriver. Yeah, they got the regular release. I got bad news. There's no playoff banner. I'll be right back. Gotta grab a screwdriver. Okay, now we're good. Yeah, the good news is when you're doing a thumbnail on a website, you actually want a smaller camera, because if I take too good of a picture, it'll actually make the web page harder to load. Your computer will be trying to load too many high-quality images, and it slows it down. So you actually kind of want a middle ground picture that looks good, but doesn't take up a ton of storage space on the website. I learned that the hard way. I used to use really big, really nice photos, and then I realized my website was running really, really slow. So then I had to go back in and fix a bunch of them. All right, angled. Sweep all the dust away. Not even dust, they're just little specks, but you can notice them. I would love to fill that gap in too, but... All right, get my other phone out. My other phone is my website phone. I literally use it only for website stuff, so I can store all my photos together. Slide that further that way. There we go, that's about good. I can take it right here. All right, picture one. Two. My favorite race win? Well, here, this will be easy. What is my favorite race win diecast? I'll just rotate this for a couple of seconds. A little tough to see. Yeah. There. I'll continue taking photos while you get a chance to know. Anyone want to explain the story to him? Why? Most of the people that are in the streams regularly would know. I've told the story a lot. All right, photo number 3, photo number 4, and the final photo. I gotta do a review on it anyway, so it's not gonna go like fully back in its box, but there we go, perfect. All right, Chastain is gonna be ready to get posted, so that'll be plenty good to go. Good looking car though, right? That's pretty good. All right, let's put that one back on its base. All right. Has anyone else ever mistakenly typed in NASCAT and then my immediate thought is just like, meow, meow, meow? I've had those typos multiple times, and that's the first thing that pops in my head before deleting it and typing it correctly. Anyway, random thought of the day. It's the body and chassis 164, though. Oh, okay, so that would make more sense then, if that's what's coming in, because they're air freighting them over, so they get here a little bit earlier. So there's a number of cars that they're doing that with that come in a little bit earlier because of that. Okay, that will wrap up this car. I'm going to get her put back in the box, and that way we can move on to our next one. Okay. Where's the books? There we go, the books. This one needs a review before it goes on the shelf. This one does not. So I have 2 piles. I'm staying organized this time, I promise. Okay, back to here. Back to the chat. Well, KB's Dega win, 3G Talladega win, looking good. I think that one does look good. Do I have any new Byrons? I showed off Byron's 2022 Atlanta win. There are other ones. I gotta look and see though where they're at here. Oh, they might be right here in front of me here. Let's look. Slide out. Roll out. There we go. Bingo. Right on cue, I have a new Byron for you. How about that? Look at that service. Service with a smile. Boom. We got the Raptor car. Absolutely love this paint scheme, by the way. And I'm going to pop... Oh, man. Do I need to go grab another screwdriver? Please don't do this to me. I think I can get by without. I can make this work. I hope I can make this work. I'm not confident. All right, there we go. So there's a Byron for you. How about that? Look at that speed. You say, I want to see a Byron? I'm like, yes, sir. Byron on the table. Didn't even take a minute. Problem is I got to take an extra minute to get this other one out so that I can put it in photo position. You still like the one from last year better? I hated last year's car. I was so happy they got rid of it. I could not disagree more. I don't know what it was. I think last year's car was too bland for me. I'm just not a fan of a car that's just one solid texture, and then the texture's not even that good. They added some white on the race where he crashed in practice. And so when he crashed in practice and they added that, I need to slide this forward. Sorry about that. I need to slide it forward here. How am I doing today? Doing pretty good. For those of you who don't take part in the glorious festivities of tomorrow, there you go. Tomorrow is Thursday, and Thursday is wing day. Perfect day to go and get a set or a buy one get one boneless wings from B-Dubs. So that is my kind of Thursday tradition. Just depends on how busy things are, though. I do have a meeting with a website company tomorrow, so we'll see if I'm back in town in time to do all that, but I'm hoping I can be. So, all right, so that's Willie B's 2023 164th, and I'm not even going to bother putting it in the box because I got to review it, and then I can put it back in its box and put it on the shelf, the stock shelf, as they call it. Okay, off we go, Willie B. There's so many to look at. So much to do. All right, next, should we do a 164th or a 124th? Let's get a vote. Oh, awesome. I'm glad you got to meet Noah. Noah's awesome. For how bad a year he's having, I feel so bad for the kid. Can't seem to get anything to work right. I don't know if I defended Bubba. I don't remember what my exact phrasing was, but I do remember being very clear that Bubba had every right to be mad at Larson. And I say the same thing with Chase. You have every right to be mad when the guy on the inside has just rammed you into the wall. They left you no space. Now, is right hooking the best option? No, obviously not. But, like I said, that is something I will stay very firm on because I do not think... I do think this is partially what happens when NASCAR does the boys have at it and you guys and drivers are allowed to just start ramming into each other. And there's really no consequences unless the driver goes out and basically does something dirty like that. Now, does that mean that Hamlin's not going to wall him again? No, not really. I don't think so, because I think the suspension will be enough to kind of warrant that off. But it does mean that, you do know the guy on the outside of you is not unwilling. He's willing to make it hurt if you choose to just knock him out of the race. All right, so by the way, I haven't even said I was busy taking photographs, but this is the car that actually won yesterday. It's very cool. Body Armor this year has done a very good job of keeping their paint schemes a secret until the week of the race. So I've been pretty impressed with that. Body Armor has been keeping these things a secret, and then they released the die-cast literally right before the race, which I just think is awesome. The fact that they think ahead, they have these things ready, and so you can buy this car at the racetrack and online the day after he wins the race. I think that's just awesome that these things were out. Literally, they were actually out before the race, but just the fact that a car that hadn't even touched a track yet was out. I would love to see them start doing this for 2023. It'd be cool if they could already have some of their 2023 merch at the trailers, but I get it. Sometimes it's tough, but yeah, for sure. This is pretty cool that this one's in already because obviously it's it's a fresh out of victory lane. Obviously it's not the raced version, but still really cool that thing's already, basically you can go get this thing anywhere. I shouldn't say anywhere. You can get it from rasdiecast.com. Actually, I don't even know if you can. I don't have my 164s updated yet. Let's see here. Oh, wow, I got to go down here. Here we go. I got to meet Matt DiBenedetto over at North Wilkesboro. That's awesome. Any chance I can see the no I got from you? Yes. No, yes, no, yes. Where is it? Here it is. I had to reach a long way for it, but I made it happen. So Seth actually just got this car today, so we can give him a shout out because he got that. Do you want Rockingham to come back in the future? Absolutely. Rockingham's an awesome racetrack. Now, if I had the choice, would I pick Rockingham or Iowa? I'm picking Iowa every day of the week. Home track bias, sure, but also I've never seen a bad race at that racetrack. Never. The first time they came to that racetrack, the racing was good. It was just, that track is awesome. It's a phenomenal race course. All right, there we go. So there is the one that Seth got. This is the Noah Gragson Charlotte Knights Elite. So yes, this one is getting ready to ship out. I believe tomorrow is the plan, but I think I was going to double check there was an Almendinger he was talking about potentially sending this direction for me to do a review on. So I'll check and see, because I also have a Stuart Friesen truck to send that way as well. But yes, that is the car. It is in great shape, and it's still got all of its boxes and pieces and everything, so it'll show up good and clean. All right, let's see here. What about Nashville Fairgrounds? I definitely think Nashville Fairgrounds should come back too. Where on the schedule? I'm not sure. Honestly, I would say take one of Bristol's dates away. I hate to say that because Bristol's such a good racetrack, but, you know, there's so many races in the South there, you have to go on rotation. You know, I don't think Rockingham has to be a yearly trip, by the way. I don't think you have to have a yearly trip to... I think you could easily move a trip from Darlington to Rockingham. You know, we don't need 2 Darlingtons. We don't need 2 Rockinghams. We don't need 2 Wilkesboros. You can put 1 per year, or better yet, we just start getting out of this mentality that every track has to be visited once per year. Sometimes you can be on an every other year rotation. I think a lot of fans would be plenty happy with both Chicago and Iowa if they said, hey, we're getting rid of a certain date, and then Iowa is 1 year and Chicago is the next, and they'll alternate off and on, both. I love that idea. I think that would be fantastic. All right. KB Bristol Dirt Win. I do still have the KB Dirt Win in Elite. I have 164s available, but everything else is sold out because that car is amazing. What a cool car that is. All right. Oh, I do. I have a few Byrons for whoever was asking earlier. Found a couple more. Let's see here. Let's go to another 164th while we are at it. This is a 2022 164. Kind of a neat story, though. This is Corey LaJoie's Optic Gaming 164th. Just a fun story of how they sponsored a car. I mean, they basically are, I think they're like a gaming, what do you call them? What do you call people, a group like this? Are they a streaming company? It's a bunch of talent, I believe, and they play video games. So I think they play competitive as well, so there's kind of a mix. I honestly have no idea what to call them. No idea. Missed out on the 124s. 124. Oh, the 44 car? I have a 164, but I did not get a 124 of that. But yeah, the Optic Gaming car, just love the colors. The green, the black. I think the green's a little weird. It's kind of a mint green. I think it would look really good as a little bit deeper or even a neon green, but nonetheless, a really good-looking car here. Reddick Indy wins. I don't think those are in yet. Let me look. Tyler Reddick, Indy win. Yes, I have Indy wins in here. I was supposed to have Kevin Harvick's Richmond win in here, but for some reason it's not. So I better figure out what happened there. It's literally crossed off, so I'll have to go see. But yeah, good-looking car. So we have another LaJoie. Speaking of LaJoie, he will be driving in the Napa 9 car this weekend at Gateway. I will not be there this year. I was there last year. It was a great atmosphere, great racetrack. This year, though, I decided I have 2 choices as far as my driving, and I got 1 summer race planned. And it was between Indy and Gateway. I chose Indy. There's more racing going on. It's a triple header weekend plus IndyCar, and I really enjoyed the time I had at Indy the last time. So I will be going back to Indianapolis this August. No Knoxville Nationals this year, unfortunately. But I have Dirt Vision, so I'll still be able to watch it. All right, next car on our list. Yeah, I'll get this last one out of the way so I don't have any 164s to trip over. This one, pretty bland, pretty simple. This is just Kyle Larson's 2023 164. The Michigan is in as well. I do have that one in. But yeah, like I said, the Elites are coming in just now. Like, the Elites just came in, I think, late today or early tomorrow. So I assume those will be shipping maybe by Friday, and that means I'll see them early next week for the Elites. But the ARCs of Harvick's wins are in, and like I said, one of them didn't get brought in, so I got to figure out what the heck happened. Anyway, here's the 2023 HendrickCars.com 164th. You can tell you do have that NASCAR 75th anniversary diamond over there. What is that? There's something on the side of this car. Looks like dirt. Lionel quality control. Actually, no, I think I'm wiping it off. I am. Gross. I don't know what it was and why I was able to wipe it off, but whatever. It was probably just dirt. It just looks weird because of where it is at. Now it's cleaner. So, weird. HendrickCars.com logo. That's a really weird angle. Huh. It's like kind of feels like it's shifted leftward. Not bad though. Not bad. I don't mind that scheme. So another 2023 164th is here. All right, let's go back into the chats quick. Random one. But what is your favorite track? Mine's Infineon Sonoma. My favorite oval is Loudon. Boy, you have some weird favorite tracks, man. You picked like the worst road course and the worst oval. I'm not even trying to be mean. I literally, if I had to pick one race that I would never watch a race at again, it would probably be New Hampshire. Maybe Old Texas. Maybe Old Texas would win. And then as far as road courses, I do not mind Sonoma, by the way. I do have a soft spot in my heart for Sonoma. I just think the racing there has typically not been as good. So yeah, my favorite track would be obviously Bristol. Fantastic place to watch a race. Fantastic racing usually at that track. I mean, my home track is Kansas as far as where I've seen most of my Cup races. And Kansas is phenomenal. I mean, I love Kansas. I love Iowa. I love Chicago. Those tracks have always put on solid racing. Like, there's a little bias, but at the same time, I don't think I've seen a bad race at any of those racetracks. So, I mean, I would love to see all those tracks get at least an opportunity to be on the schedule. Tracks I don't like as well would probably go... I'm not a huge fan of Richmond, but I do like it. I think Richmond needs horsepower, and it would be back to, like, a legendary track. All right, next car. Next car out and ready to go. I'm mad. You know me, Race Craze. Oh, yes. Yeah, I'm not thrilled either. We got a Hamlin fan in here. Let's get him. Let's see. I've been to Mark Martin's museum in Arkansas with my dad. There we go, and it was amazing to see. Awesome. I was at Bristol Dirt this year. It was awesome in person. Say what you want about the dirt, but yeah. No, don't get me wrong. I think the dirt race is entertaining, and I think you could easily do it as a non-cup race. But personally, if you're going to do a cup race there, I don't think you can have the rules the way they are. I think you have to have the same rules for every race. So the idea that there's no green flag pit stops, there's no competitive pit stop, none of that, like... Then at that point, it's not a race, it's a novelty. And that's okay, but it should be a points race. Like, North Wilkesboro would make a better points race than Bristol Dirt. I mean, I don't know how else we can argue that, you know. All right, so here's one. This one just came in. This one I actually, when I do my review, I'll have a little bit of footage for, I think. Maybe not, because now that I realize it, he never took a checkered flag in this race. This was my first rain-shortened race I've ever seen, where it actually, like, ends due to rain. So we're in the grandstand, and all of a sudden we look on our phones. We get the update from Mr. Bob Pockris, and he says Noah Gragson has been declared the winner, and so we said, all right, peace out, and we headed home. Not home, we headed back to get ready for the next day. But yeah, this is Noah's Kansas win. How you doing? Doing pretty good. Yeah, that's a pretty dang big... that's a pretty big penalty for Briscoe. That's a season ender right there. Let's see. Favorite road course is Coda. Favorite oval is Bristol or Martinsville. The Gen 6, Charlotte in the next gen. Sorry, I can't say Charlotte. I love Kansas. Kansas in the next gen has just been such a good racetrack. But I totally understand. Don't get me wrong. Charlotte has been great as well. Let's see. There we go. As soon as the Allmendinger, I'll send it that way. Would you like me to hold that and send them all back together? The Stuart Friesen, the Noah Gragson, and the Allmendinger? Or do you want me to get the Noah coming your way? Let me know. Actually, just shoot me a message. Don't put it in the chat. Just shoot me a message so I can have a for sure answer that I can go back and remember. But yeah, let me know which way you want to do that. Okay, now let's get this off here. So this is the Kansas win. There's not a lot of detail to it because, in case you don't remember, it ended because of rain, and it ended just at the... It didn't even get to halfway. It got to the end of stage 2, which was just shy of halfway, and that's basically where it ended. So... yeah, I was a little bummed when this race went out because Brett Moffitt was having such a good run in the 07, and I really wanted to see what he was able to do towards the end of the race, but he got it back up to 10th after falling back, and then the caution came out for rain, and he never really got a chance to keep going. I think he could have had a top 5 that day, though. It was that good a car. So anyway, yeah, this is the Kansas win, so looking pretty good, but like I said, not a lot of detail. So luckily, this is the second of his 4 in a row with Darlington, Kansas, Bristol, and then Texas. And so the Mr. September sweep set, which is going to be released, I think comes in next week. So I'm pretty excited to see that one too. All right, there's a photo. So yeah, I'm just taking photos. If you're wondering why you see it like this, I got my website phone that I take my photos with here right next to me. And that's why I get quiet, is because I'm trying to focus on my shot. Anyway, yeah, I literally take it with my phone. It's not, is it perfect? No, but you know what? It's close enough. I don't have the time to get super picky on them. There we go. And then the front, nose, and back. But yeah, I'll have to do a review on this one as well. This one might actually be my sister's car because she chose to get hers non-autographed because she likes to get hers autographed in person, which I totally understand because Noah is awesome. I've gotten all of his Xfinity cars pre-signed just because they come in. They're actually about this. I think it's like $10 difference to get the autograph, and that way I don't have to haul them around. That's the way I've always looked at it, is I don't have to, pack them up and haul them to the track. Plus, then there's some of his cup cars too. So, anyway, that's all there is to show on that car. So I'm gonna get that put back in its box. Let's go back into some chats here. How many days were the last 2 diecast shipments apart? This one is, I think, a 2-part. So these all, I think, came in together, but the last 2, I think the last one came in early last week. There we go. So yeah, one of them was early last week, and then this one just came in like today. I'm just actually unpacking it for the first time. So if something's broken, missing, I'm literally not going to know until I put it on a camera here. So I don't have any way to tell for sure if everything's perfect, but that's why I do the checks. That's why I inspect everything, because I want to make sure it's all good. I'd rather inspect it here than do that. Baja Blast is back tomorrow. What? Wait, Baja Blast. Oh, you're talking about a Taco Bell. Okay. I, for a second there, was thinking, like, let it be true. But then they're not coming back to NASCAR because I remember Chase Elliott's a Coke guy now, and I'm not happy about that either. My Mountain Dew guy has become a Coke guy right in front of my very eyes. I feel betrayed. Betrayal! All right. That one's ready to go back in its books, and let's move to our next one. And I actually have 2 of those, but I'm not going to pull the second one out right now because I don't have to. We'll leave that on the review bin. All right, what do we got next? Let's see. What do we got for options? Oh, that's right. Yeah, shoot me a message because I will get you back for those, the pin and all that stuff. I really appreciate that because I was not able to get a pin for that one. Ideal championship race after Phoenix. I think Vegas or Charlotte. I think Charlotte would be a great place to crown a champion, right in front of everybody's hometown. I mean, why would you not crown it at home? You could make that place the biggest event in the series. You could bring all of the teams, drivers. I mean, that place would be, you'd never be able to get a ticket. You'd have to put up temporary grandstands. Like, yeah, championship race at Charlotte would be a great option. Absolutely great. Plus, it allows the teams to be home when they want to celebrate. They can celebrate with everybody. There's something... Oh, sorry, I have ice in my mouth. There's something about celebrating across the country that just doesn't sit right. I think they should be closer to where the rest of the team is. Okay. I think LaJoie will do fairly well. Let's see. All right, let's go into a 164th. I think this is probably my favorite 164th of 2023 thus far, in terms of strictly on paint scheme. Is he my favorite driver? No, but do I think his paint scheme is awesome? Yes. Chris Buescher's Fastenal 164th in the bright blue color. I love this car. I don't know what it is about this car that just pops so nicely. I think part of it is the different font on the number really pops well this year. I love that they redid that 17 just a little bit for Chris Buescher. And then on top of that, I just think the coloring and the chrome on this thing looks phenomenal. I'm going to bring it up nice and close. Look at this thing. This thing is awesome. What a fantastic paint scheme. I mean, looks amazing. So yeah, definitely. This is one that I hope if he wins in this car, I will definitely be picking one of them up. Granted, I pick up wins all the time, but I would not mind him winning in that car. I may get it either way. It's that good. All right, photo number 1. Turn it around. So yeah, if you ever wonder what takes my time on getting these listings together, this is it. Yeah, these are a little different, though, as far as how I organize them on the site, because I don't do non-race wins anymore. I do still have a section, though, that's going to be designated just to 164s. So if you're looking to get different cars, you can get them from there. So, all right, I got to put some boxes back together and stack them out of here. Currently en route to steal that Elliott Kansas win. No, you ain't. Also, I got 2 backup Kansas wins now. I got the liquid color and the color chrome autographed, plus the 2 champion cars. I've got like... How many autographed chase cars do I have now? I think I got like 6. Do I have 6? I think I got 6. I can't remember. All right, gotta set this here. Let's see here. What do you think of Kyle Busch this season? I think he's done a phenomenal job. Let's be honest here. He has outrun his teammate by a country mile. Like, Austin Dillon has been nowhere this year. I mean, he got a top 10 at the Coke 600, but I looked early in the race and he was running 27th. Like, that car has been bad. I'm not saying bad fast either. I'm saying it's just bad. So for Kyle to be running as well as he has, I think that is something that is pretty impressive. I think they got a long way to go, though, because Dillon was so slow, it was downright shocking. Instagram. I need to go check Instagram. Remember, I'm streaming on the phone, so if you're wondering why I don't answer Instagram, it's because I literally don't have it open. All right, let me look. Let me look. I'm going to get another car out for you, though, to tease your eyes. Ooh, there we go. Come on. There we go. Here we go. All right, there we go. There's our number 1. This is the, sadly, this is the playoff car. Oh, the Hall on the Wall. What do you want to call it? It's called Checkers or Wreckers, but everyone likes to call it the what did they call this? The Hail Melon? I didn't think that was a good nickname. I thought the Hall on the Wall was better. Or the Wall Ride. Because everybody knows it. They said he rode the wall, so it was the Wall Ride. I mean, like, I think the Wall Ride is a better overall name. Because the Hail Melon's just a meme. But the Wall Ride, that's like passing the grass. Because that's what it was. It was a pass in the grass. This was a Wall Ride. But Hall on the Wall was pretty good, too. So, yeah. Here we go. You can see we do have the playoff spoiler in bright yellow. But they just missed the banner. So kind of a bummer that they screwed up literally one of their highest selling die-casts this year. You can see the right side. It's honestly not that scraped up. Like, it's not crazy. Now, it is scraped up because it literally went, around a wall. But yeah, not quite as much as I thought it was going to be. But man, the lack of the right banner here is just frustrating. This is one of the biggest cars of the year. In terms of how popular it was, and for them to miss that so blatantly is just awful. I mean, again, I'm not gonna say it's small. It is a big deal. It's a playoff banner. That's a huge deal. That's huge when that's incorrect. So yeah, I'm not gonna be dishonest, or I'm not gonna be, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's disappointing. It's not accurate. So let me get my photos here. I almost forgot to take those. So yeah, not thrilled about that, unfortunately. But I gotta get the photos taken, and I actually have a couple of these that need to ship out to some people. So we got a couple of these making their way back out to some new homes. Photo 1. Oh, there we go. And photo 2. The one's 24s I'm excited for. Because Lord knows if they don't have the right freaking banner, it's going to be a problem. How many die-cast do you have in my personal collection? Well, my personal collection is actually smaller than you think, because a lot of the stuff has been transferred into the website. So, for instance, I'm just going to show you real quick. All that stuff on the wall are different race wins that are available from anywhere from 2004 to 2021. Or 2023, I guess, technically. All the new ones, too. So, but yeah, so there's a ton of them there. My personal collection mainly consists of my wins I've seen in person. That probably totals up to around 40 cars-ish. Chase and Kane cars, that totals 100 between the two of them. And then Daytona 500s, I've got 20 of those. 20 between Brickyard and Coke 600. So I'd say roughly around 300 to 350. Now, how many are in this room with me? Probably somewhere around, I would say probably around 1,000. There's probably about 1,000 in here. How much would a signed Dale Jr. Final Ride ARC go? Honestly, not sure. Oh, heads up. No! Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on! My phone's dying. Emergency charge. Activate. All right, we got our charge back. It was unnecessary drama, but I brought it to you. Okay, got my photos taken for that one, so that'll be ready for a review. All right, one final? No, two final. Two 164s left. All right, then I'll move this off to the side because I don't need this anymore. Bingo. All right, two more 164s left. I'm going to get them out of the way, and then we can get back to our 124s. The first of which is going to be utterly disappointing. I shouldn't say utterly disappointing. Utter disappointment of the year thus far, Brandon Jones. Now, I've never been a huge Brandon Jones guy. I was actually very disappointed when they named him to the 9 car, because I thought, are you kidding me? Like, really? The 9? Like, you're going to put somebody in the 9 that, you know, underachieved so horribly? And, shocker, in his first season with JRM, he's underachieved horribly. So, you know, great. So, yeah, again, I have my personal bias. Do not get me wrong. I will not, you know, I'm not going to try and hide it. I have a bias that is not very friendly to Brandon Jones. That being said, that's backed up with a little bit of data. It's not like this is a guy that has lit the world on fire and, you know, I just don't like him. It's someone who's consistently been in really good Xfinity rides and just never done anything with it. You know, he's got 5 wins, all 5 wins. I don't think I've ever seen him really have the best car. Phoenix. The one win at Phoenix, he passed Kyle Busch and went on to win that one. I think that was a very impressive race for him. Outside of that race, though, yeah, there was never a point where I was that impressed with Brandon Jones. So, like I said, I have my bias. That's definitely part of it. But, you know, I did see him win his first Xfinity race in Kansas. It, you know, took 6 cars all getting wiped out in front of him for it to happen. But, you know, it did happen. So, least favorite driver in each of the 3 series. Oh, my. I did see the winner's circle. I saw it. Yes, I have seen that. I'm not sure, though. Hope Moffitt goes to the 8. I honestly hope that he is with a team. Well, I don't know. I do want him to have the best possible ride. But I am very impressed with what AM has built thus far. But, man, some reliability issues and just having to overdrive the car have created some more issues than probably originally thought. So, yeah, I mean, I don't want him to abandon a small team. Because look what happened to Our Motorsports. You know, they thought they could just put a funded driver in the seat and it would be fine. And then they literally are back down to 1 car because there's so many of their cars got crashed. So, you know, anytime that I see guys like building a team and then they have to go to a funded driver, I pray that they don't have all their cars tore up because a lot of times that's what happens. And our last car is going to be William Byron's Liberty University car. Ooh, what is on the door there? Wow, those are major defects. Okay, well, that's not getting sold. I can tell you that. That is going to get used in the downhill diecast race championships. So, yeah, I'm not going to use that. Huh, that's a bummer. Lionel quality control, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, it's small flakes, but still, small flakes still count. That's still a thing. So I'll put that one in the box for photos. Is our last 164th. Then we're on to the 124s. And yes, it is taking longer tonight than usual. I am taking photographs at the same time. All right, now, I did have someone ask, what are my favorite drivers in each series? Well, my Xfinity Series driver is Brett Moffitt. My Xfinity Series least favorite driver as of right now is probably Jeb Burton or Brandon Jones. Jeb Burton just strictly because of how many times he's run Brett Moffitt over. So that's more of a personal, you know, vendetta from things that have happened to my driver because of him. And then, like I said, Brandon Jones, just like, I'm sick of guys that just continuously jump in quality rides and underperform. Like, at what point do you actually have to perform? It's like, well, he's got funding everywhere he goes. So, unfortunately, he's never had to prove anything. So I don't know. I guess again, it's a little of that, just because it's like when you're a fan of a guy like Brett Moffitt, who's shown the ability to win in cars and then never gets the opportunity in those higher quality cars. Meanwhile, you have a guy that just continues to jump from high quality ride to high quality ride, not doing anything. It's frustrating. Answer the Instagram question. I will answer it in a very simple and quick way. No, not yet. All right. Moving down. Did I show the Blaney Cherry Lime? I did. Actually, here's the good news. I already have those out. I did not get any 124s, just the 164. But there you go. So if you're looking for that one, the 164 is here. All right, let's see. What would you say? Oh, yeah, Matt DiBenedetto's my truck guy. Yeah, sorry, I didn't mention that. There we go. Matt DiBenedetto, Austin Hill, and Kyle Larson. Yeah, not a fan of Hill either. And Hill is strictly because he took Brett's ride in the 16. You know, he had the money, Brett didn't, and so he took a championship-winning ride and then didn't really do much in it. So that was again more of a personal thing than anything else. I'm not a huge fan of the way he races. I still think that he's can be kind of a over-aggressive driver, and then he whines and cries anytime anyone races him hard, like at Dover with Truex. But again, most of my anti Austin Hill bias comes from the taking of Brett Moffitt's Truck Series ride right after he won a championship, and then proceeding to not perform. Now, Brett did eventually go to GMS and then still made the Final Four 2 straight years after that, and then got booted again. So here we go. This is Denny Hamlin's Richmond win. We are going to take this car and smash it with a hammer. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, this is the Denny Hamlin car. We have already shown this off. I've already done my review on it. It's a really, really underrated car. Look at the right side tires. We got good right side scrapes on both sets of tires. So this is a really good car, but I was out of stock for the Elite. We are out of stock no longer. So don't worry. The Elites are back. And this one will be on the website. Do you happen to have any extra Dale Jr. race ones laying around I could get for a good price? I do have his 2003 Talladega car. I think those normally sell somewhere in the $80 range. I have it set on the website at $80. So with the discount code, it would probably go down to 75, 72. And then you add the shipping, it's probably right about 80. So, but yeah, I do have the Talladega Elite from 2003. It's a really good looking car. I do have one of those. I don't remember if I have other ones. I do have a 2004 dual win in Elite as well, but I have to fix it because something broke. So that one would be cheap because it's also missing a sleeve. So if you're interested in that one, it's the Born on Date car, which is pretty cool. It's that white and red one. Okay, let's see here. Had to pick up 24, 17, 12, 1, and definitely in 164. All right, well then I better put those on the website because otherwise I'm missing an opportunity to move. Anyway, let's see. So this is actually one we've already done photos on, and I've actually already done my review on. But I'm gonna show this one to you anyway because it's just that dang good. This one is the Noah Gragson Darlington win. So this is his first of the 4 wins. I believe I took photos of this. I'll have to look on my other phone real quick to make sure. Let me look. I gotta make sure I did my photos. Either way, I'm popping this out of the box, so don't get me wrong. We are still taking a look at it because it is glorious. Yep, okay. I did already take photos. I thought I had. So I do have this updated. This will be just going another one for stock because I will be getting the autographed edition for this car. But I ran out of stock because a certain Florida Denny fan picked one of these up. And so the car I already reviewed is hers. And then, yeah, this one is the new in stock. So this is, this is his amazing looking Darlington car. I mean, what else do you say? Look at that right side. It looks incredible. Right side is all scraped. By the way, I don't know if... I think I showed it off in the review, but there's 2 flat spots on the tire that you can rotate, and then you can have the rear end sit flat and, like, not roll on you. So you can see it right here. There's a notch in the tire, and then I don't know where it is on the other side. But what I did on mine... Or not mine. What I did on Denny fans was I twisted the tires until they lined up. So they both were facing down at the same time. But yeah, basically this side you have a pretty good burnout there. You can see there's the flat spot. Pretty good burnout marks. The front, pretty clean. But man, this is where it just gets so good. All the way down the right side, it's scraped up. Oh, glorious. So yeah, if you're looking for this car, hold on. I better make sure I put it back in stock on my site, because I don't know if I've done that yet. Let's find out. Darlington is now in stock, so now you guys can get one. I just put it back in stock. So yeah, this one just finally got put back in stock. But yeah, it was, needless to say, this is probably one of the best cars. And after the inspection, just in case you are curious, it gets an A+. I don't see any flaws with this car whatsoever. This thing looks great. Hood lines up good. And the hood lining up is not something I inspect for it, but there's a little more tolerance if it's a tiny bit off. This hood lines up really good. So yeah, that one is now back in stock. I got to remember to put Denny's Richmond in stock as well, because I haven't done that one either. All right. What is my favorite Kyle Busch M&M's paint scheme? That's a good question. The regular yellow one is hard to beat. It's too iconic. I do like the 2015 car. I thought that one was pretty cool. I would also say, oh, that's Bowman Richmond. I also have a Bowman Richmond. Here we go. Denny Hamlin Richmond. And we are putting one in stock. So Denny Hamlin Richmond is also back. Okay. That's a good question. The Darlington one with what was his name? The Darlington one with Indiana Jones. That one was pretty cool, but I think my favorite's going to have to be just the regular yellow one. There's so many options because he won so many times in that, but not in the regular M&M's car, like in the yellow one. I asked, so I might as well say mine is Cup, Burton, Busch, and Harvick. Xfinity is Creed Hill. Trucks, Carruth, Deegan. Okay, I do really like Carruth as well. I forgot. I keep forgetting he runs trucks because I'm so used to seeing him in the ARCA car because that's where I first saw him race. But I really root for him when he's running well in trucks. Him and DiBenedetto are the two I like. And so Kansas, when they both got taken out in back-to-back cautions, I was hated. Okay, well, here's another one we can show off. I almost have completed the 164th Red Bull collection. Ooh, that's a tough one. Because that Kane 2011 car is a tough one to find, at least for a good price. Least favorite drivers, Ty Dillon, Austin Dillon. Least favorite in Xfinity, Brandon Jones, Austin Hill. Trucks, don't really dislike anyone. I mean, it's hard not to dislike. I do like Hocevar as well. I think he's immature, for sure, at times, but I really like watching him run. All right, let's see. Can you please go back and read my comment? I can try. I got to go back and see here. Ty Majeski is my Wisconsin man. I saw him at Bristol last year. But yes, I'm the Iowa guy, so I think, isn't Sam Mayer also from Wisconsin? I'm pretty sure Sam Mayer is also a Wisconsin guy. I could be wrong, but I thought he was. All right, there we go. I don't know if I showed this off before, but I just pulled it off the base. Next car, boom, Indy win for Tyler Reddick. I cannot wait till these boxes are gone. I wouldn't even be mad if they just swapped the boxes now. Like, just switch the boxes over right now. Don't even waste your time. These boxes are still awful. I hate them. All right. Got to do my photographs here real quick. But yeah, least favorite in every series. I am definitely not a Joey Logano fan. I'm not a huge Denny Hamlin fan right now, but that's more of a I'm a salty Elliott fan. But no, definitely Joey Logano would be one of my least favorite in Cup. Who else do I not have a huge affinity for in Cup? Joey Logano is honestly the biggest one. Oh, Ross Chastain. Well, I like Ross Chastain on some elements, but I definitely have my beef, or not beef, but I do not appreciate the way that he is. I would say Ross Chastain's another element of it. I don't want him to change because it is somewhat entertaining to some degree, but I also, like, it is frustrating. All right, turn that around. Turn this thing around. Straighten that wheel out. Scooch it forward. Center the shot. Oh, I'm missing this chat here. Here we go. The elite on this one to come in. Well, I have my elite. I just haven't taken a photo yet. There we go. So I'm currently trying to take all the photos of it. Make sure I got them all right. I'm not going to lie, the Reddick scheme looks pretty solid. All right, and then to the backside. Slide it that way just a smidge. There we go. And my final picture is taken. Boom. All right, so yeah, good looking car nonetheless. Not a ton on it, honestly, but it's still good. I was jealous that you got to see that. I would love to have seen that Red Bull car. I would have loved to have gotten a chance to see it. However, I was watching late Sunday night when Casey Kane won a sprint car race over at Houston Speedway. So that was pretty fun to watch. He hadn't won in quite a while. So it was fun to get to see him win that race. Okay, let's go back to the chat here. One more. Favorite team for me is RCR. My favorite team right now is actually, if I had to pick a team, like if I didn't have any, if I could, let me rephrase it. If I could pick a team for my favorite driver to go race for. So, obviously as a Chase fan, naturally Hendrick's going to come to the line of like, oh, I like Hendrick. But if I was, say I'm a Brett Moffitt fan and I said, you can pick any team in Cup that he can go run for, and they will run for that team for their entire career, and the success will be the same as any other team. So the team, you're not choosing based on success. You're only choosing based on which team you like to root for. It would be Trackhouse. I love Trackhouse racing. I think what they are doing is the future in NASCAR, and I think they're going to up the bar for every other race team. Not yet. It's going to be a couple years, but when that team really gets set out to do what they're going to do, they are going to be phenomenal. Like, they're going to be state of the art. Casey Kane is racing SRX, so yes. Do I have the Darlington win? Yes, I do. Favorite teams, JGR, SHR, and Hendrick. So the big ones. Project 91, the paint schemes are always phenomenal out of that place. Like, Trackhouse is, like I said, I just think Trackhouse is the future. Do you also get the cars early as carrier/distributors from Circle B? Well, technically, Circle B is my distributor. So technically, when they show that they came in, that means I get them coming that same day. So if you see the email from them that says, hey, these just showed up to our warehouse, that means they're heading to me that day or the next day or something close to that. So, yeah, I mean, that's how it just works. So I am usually a little behind because they do take time to get from North Carolina to here, about 3 days. Did I know Domino's Pizza was a NASCAR sponsor? Absolutely. Do I own Truex Jr.'s championship win? Yes, I have all the Homestead/Phoenix wins from 2014 to the present day. All right, let's see. What is the next one we should do here? Who's ready for a William Byron car? How about that? Oh my gosh, I can't pull it out. Get out of there. Ooh, that's a tight squeeze. My box won't let it go. Gimme, gimme. Gimme, gimme. There we go. All right. How about that? We got a William Byron Martinsville truck. Let's take a look at that one. Oh, these are in the good box. So this is the number 7 Spire truck. We've already shown one raced version, which was Elliott's Bristol Dirt version. But this will be his, this will be William Byron's Martinsville win. So standard box, nothing to see there. Let me get the card and all that junk out so I can get my photos taken. There we go. There's our, oh, I don't see a sticker in here. Snapple, that's going to be a problem, ain't it? Is it supposed to come with a sticker? I think it is, but I got to look in the box and see. Well, I better look and make sure, because unfortunately it looks like Lionel may have had another brain fart, and I don't see the blue Truck Series sticker in there. So what I might do is pull one out of the Zane Smith truck that's here. That one's going in my personal collection, so I don't really need the sticker on that one. Tons of E-points. No, they don't do the E-points for dealers. I do have the E-point thing through Lionel, though, because I do still like to get special finishes. I don't keep all of them, or even many of them at this point, but I still like to get them. I love to get to look at them. .504. So there you go. DIN number on that is 504, just in case anyone's interested. And then I actually have to pull a Zane Smith one out of here so I can use it for the sticker. Luckily, the Zane Smith one I don't have to show off because it's I've already shown it off in a diecast review. All right, let's see here. I assume this one will have a sticker, but honestly, the Truck Series has been lacking all year. Wow, it's a good thing this wasn't getting sold because these cards are all bent to crap in here. Woofda. There we go. Here we go. There's a win sticker for it. So I have to sacrifice out of my own group. Is what it is. Race win card bent all to hell. Is what it is. Can't fix it. The good news is because it's a custom for Kansas, the Zane Smith truck I brought in, it's literally to be a substitute for his Kansas win last year. I don't care about the race win card because it's no longer important. So that does help. Do I need to keep that box? Yeah, I may as well. I used to not keep these brown cardboard sleeves, but it makes too much sense. They protect the boxes so nicely. Anyway, let's see here. I can't remember. I know Elijah got the he got the Ryan Blaney Daytona win in Elite, or not in Elite, in ARC. Not win, sorry. I'm trying to say it right. The Daytona Checkers or Wreckers in ARC. And now that Blaney won the Coke 600, I'm wondering if he's going to end up wanting to get that Coke 600 car. I know I'm getting it. I like to tease my my fans of different drivers. All right, so here we go here. It's not a bad-looking truck, honestly. It is kind of weird to think, but Chase Elliott has the longest Martinsville winless streak at Hendrick. Right now. That's a weird thing to think about. Oh, good job picking up the dual auto, honestly. That's a good call. That's going to be a good-looking car. Up top. Oh, I got to rotate that rear end in just a smidge. Photo up top. Photo from the back. And then it is ready for review time. Bingo. All right. Getting a little bored of the Ricky car. What's the next craziest sponsorship deal you think we'll see after the Chuck E. Cheese deal with Hendrick? I don't know. That one's pretty random. But like I said, Trackhouse is going to do some weird stuff just because that's how they're very innovative. So I wouldn't be shocked to see Trackhouse do something just completely out of left field. Like they just go sponsor like Go-Gurt or some. They have like special Trackhouse Go-Gurt tubes or something weird like that. I don't even know if Go-Gurt's still a thing. It was literally just yogurt in a tube. But they had cool commercials, so as a child, it was like, I have to have Go-Gurt. I hate this stuff. I don't even like how it tastes, but the commercial makes me need it. Might be a little overdramatic on that. There we go. All right, so putting that Byron back on the base. Back to chats here. Busch to Chastain. Let's see here. Oh, there we go. Hot Wheels would be pretty nice. Ooh, definitely. Yeah, so, yeah, if you want to do a pre-order, all you do is go and do it through the site. And then, remember, I have to always remind because this can get tricky. Hit the PayPal for pre-orders button if you don't want to pay until it shows up. The reason for that is, and I'll explain it real quick, when you put your card information in and you submit it, it goes into a pending mode. And then I go on my end and I hit collect, or I just leave it alone. So if I leave it alone, it won't collect and it'll actually expire and the money gets refunded, which is good. But that means when the order comes in, I still have to contact you to get all that info. That's why I typically will only do PayPal for pre-orders, because then it makes you put your phone number in so I can at least text you or call you, because it's a more effective communication option. So just letting you know that that's the case. Hit that PayPal for pre-orders and just make sure you have a cell phone number. I think I already have yours because I texted you on that other one. But yeah, it helps that way, because I've had a number of times where guys will order the car they want and it comes in and I can't get a hold of them. And then all of a sudden a month later they're like, hey, do you have this? And it's like, yes, I have it. I'd love to get it to you, but I have to get the payment. And then everything's good and fine. But, you know, I would have loved to have gotten it to them earlier. I just couldn't get a hold of them. So just so you know, that's what you do. Hit the PayPal for pre-order option. Or if you want to pay up front and then just not have to worry about when it comes in, it'll just come in and ship and you won't even know the difference. It'll just show up at your door one day. But again, that's totally your own choice. Yeah, even if you don't have PayPal, just what it does is it just allows me to get your info so that I can contact you when it comes in, and then I can actually do what I did with the Blaney one, where I send you a link and say just buy it through that. Any shipments in June besides Kyle's? So yeah, we should have Eric Jones, Darlington, Chase Elliott, Talladega. We should have Chris Buescher, Bubba Wallace, Kansas. There's a lot of early playoff wins coming here in June. I think we're going to be halfway through the playoffs in terms of what race wins come in. On top of, we're going to have all of the 2023s starting to sprinkle in too. We just got a couple in this week, but we should be seeing things like Elliott's Hooters Night Owl. We'll have a few different Byron cars with the Raptor scheme. I think one of those might actually be in already. I got to double check, but yeah, there's plenty. Anyway. Yeah, I would have loved to stream Monday. It was the rain delays and stuff made it really hard for me to stream. I was busy enough, and I said I cannot set an entire day aside to stream. I have to know when I'm going to stream. So yeah, I had to make a decision on exactly when I was going to stream and then stick to it. And if it got delayed, it got delayed. But I couldn't sit around waiting for the race to start because I had too many other things I had to get done. I probably fixed 12 elites this weekend. Just sitting in front of the Coke 600 and the Xfinity race and the Indy 500, just tearing them apart, putting them back together, that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's what happened. I would have loved to have gotten a chance to stream it. Hopefully Gateway weather looks better, and I won't have to worry about trying to stream and do all the other stuff. I can just set a time on my calendar and then do the stream and not have to deal with a million weather delays. Indy 500 was really good. I think this may be controversial to some, but I did not like the one lap shootout to the end. I thought that felt kind of gimmicky. As I say, they kind of NASCAR'd it up, and I don't think it looked good overall. I get what people are saying with the whole green flag finish, but I don't know. They did multiple things they've never done as a series before, and I think that's a very bad way to look at that. They had 3 red flags just to try and extend the race. I think there's a certain line that a lot of people that watch IndyCar have watched NASCAR cross, and they do not want IndyCar crossing that line into all about entertainment. So yeah, I don't know. I think that whole race got flipped upside down after the first red flag, because after that it was just kind of wreck after wreck. I thought it was kind of unfortunate that the leader was such a sit and duck on the restarts. I thought it's not really a fair race when your leader is just a total sitting duck and he's fourth by the time they get to turn 1 on the restart. I don't think that's a good thing for your racing. That the guy who put himself in the best position to win suddenly shows up in fourth due to strictly on bad restart rules. But I also don't know how you fix it, so. What do you think about the whole winner's circle deal? Well, I haven't seen enough. They haven't officially announced anything, as far as I can tell. I love what I see so far. I love the card, the base. I think the art on the box is cool. But so far, I have yet to see any actual information on what they're going to do with them. Are they going to be exclusive to team shops or what? Because that's what I'm trying to figure out. So yeah, I would love to see more winner's circle stuff and figure out exactly how they're going to do it. But yeah, so far, I haven't got any good details. So, as you can tell right here, I am taking a look at Austin Dillon's Daytona win. This is kind of the weirdest, I don't know. This one, to me, epitomizes why I have a problem with Daytona. This car literally won because the entire field got crashed. The entire field. I'm not kidding when I say the entire field got crashed. The only competitive cars without damage that were left at the end of this race were Cody Ware, Noah Gragson in the 62, JJ Yaley maybe? I don't even know who was in the cars. But at the end of the day, it was not competitive. This race was just not a good race down to the end. So yeah, this race is kind of a sore spot where I'm just like, this is where I have a problem with Daytona. This race right here. Not this race specifically like the Coke 0400, but you know, the way this race played out is like typical super speedway where it's just survive, don't get destroyed. Yeah, this was a summer race right before the playoffs. But, you know, look at Indy. Most of the cars do finish Indy. They don't all get crashed out constantly. And that's more prestigious. So, to me, I think Daytona would be better without all the crashing. Indy 500, I would love to go next year when Larson runs. I'm a little soured by the Indy 500 after the one-lap shootout this year, but I do think part of that is strictly due to just the NASCAR. I don't know. I'm not a fan of entertainment first. I hope next year's race runs to the finish, maybe a long-ish run, but I don't want to see green-white checkers in IndyCar. I mean, good grief, you almost had a tire in the grandstand. You know, they got so lucky that thing missed the grandstand. And then to go back and red flag it twice to try and do it, you know, crazy finishes again, to me was just a little reckless. Yeah, don't get me wrong. I think Newgarden winning was fine. I didn't think he had the best car, though. I thought Award had one of the better cars, but he got wrecked by Ericsson. I know a lot of people always like to say, well, he wasn't all the way there. Like, look, if you're inside of a guy and he crowds you into the grass and wrecks you, he wrecks you. Like, that's... I don't understand that IndyCar thing where it's like, if a guy's looking inside, just force him into the apron. If he's looking outside, force him into the wall. Like, that's kind of dirty. But, I don't know. IndyCar seems to be okay with it for some reason. Okay. Is Clyde here? Is Clyde still here? Let me see if he's still here. If I'm going to do that Michigan one yet. From Harvick. I think we'll do the Michigan one. Well, that's right. He did skip the Darlington race. I forgot about that. Do you have any Cindric? Hold on a minute. Do you have any Cindric and Allmendinger Indy wins? I need to complete my seen in person collection so far. I have both. I have the Indy win, and actually, I have the Indy win for both of them in Xfinity. Now they're not autographed. I have the regular ones, but I think both Both should be in stock. The Indy one just came in last Monday, so I don't know for sure if I've put that in stock yet. I should have, though. So, yes, I do have one of each of those. So if you get them together, you get to combine your shipping, which is what I would definitely recommend to save you a little money. But, yeah, I have both. I only have one Indy win left, but I think I've got two, or I say one Indy. I have one Allmendinger left. I should have two Austin Cindrics. Why did I do that? I literally just did this, but I forgot to pull that out. Gosh dang it. Let's see. All right, let's go back up here. When you have back pain after fracture is pretty serious. Oh, yeah. My whole thing was that next-gen car just was too dang unsafe. Yeah, my whole thing with Hamlin was I totally understood why he was upset, but I also think this is where Denny Hamlin has his biggest fault, is like on Monday, I think Monday was the race. Like on Monday, he basically comes out and just acts like Chase Elliott turned him for no reason. It's just like, come on. Like, you could at least say, oh, yeah, I did fence him, and so therefore that's why he turned me. It's unjustified, but that explains it. But to act like Chase just got raced hard and got mad, it's like, that's not quite accurate. Like, a little bit of a misrepresentation there to say that he just didn't like getting raced hard and then decided to crash you. But he did the same thing at Martinsville, you know? He said, like, somebody was pushing him into the corner, and that was just flat out not true. And, like, that's where people get frustrated. It's like, dude, you're just flat out lying. Like, come on, don't do that. But, as I said, I'm gonna be fine with him by the time Gateway green flag goes. That being said, if he's racing side by side with Elliott for a win, and Elliott decides to, you know, give him a little wall, I'm not gonna complain one bit. But I'm also not going to actively like root against him. Like, if he's racing Joey Logano for the win, yeah, I'm still picking Hamlin. Heck, I was rooting for Hamlin at Kansas towards the end there. I thought he had the best car all day. So getting to see him run down on the long run, I thought was pretty fun to watch. I thought the salty Larson fans were a bit of a problem in the stands. They were so mad. It was like, it wasn't that. It was a pretty good race. Also, the other thing was I had seen Kyle Larson make contact with Kyle Busch intentionally on the backstretch at Chicago in 2018, so I didn't really feel bad for Kyle getting contact on the backstretch on the final lap from Denny Hamlin. Because people seem to forget, in 2018, he full-blown fenced Kyle Busch to get up alongside him because his slide job was not going to work. And I think people don't realize if Kyle Larson goes through and ends up winning that race, it's kind of dirty. Luckily, Kyle Busch gave him the boot and sent him a little sideways. Because, yeah, at first, I don't think any of us in the stands knew what had happened. So, Notwin did that to Ross at Phoenix, flat out admitted to it. I thought it was fine, too. I thought, you know, that's drivers policing themselves. What happened at Phoenix, you know, when basically he said, yeah, I basically ruined Chastain's day the way he's been ruining my day multiple times. It's like, that seems fair to me. That is a fair payback. He didn't take anyone else out. He just ruined Ross's day, and then NASCAR decided to penalize him, and frankly, I don't think that was a good idea. Because then it became very unclear what's acceptable. Are you allowed to, you know, get payback on the racetrack? What are you supposed to do? Like, if somebody fences you, what are you allowed to do? I don't know. Chastain had one run-in with Blaney at Richmond a couple years ago where he and Blaney were literally sending each other to the wall. Just punting them in, like, each corner, trading blows, straight up to the fence, the next guy, straight up to the fence. They, like, couldn't sort it out for a couple laps. But it was very small. Oh, yeah, I think right hooks are definitely dangerous, but I also don't think you're thinking about danger when you're that mad. It's the same reason people will, you know, go out and just slug someone when they're really, really mad at them, not realizing, like, hey, that's dangerous. You literally can kill someone by punching them. You know, it's Not super likely, but it is definitely possible. So, yeah, when you're seeing red, I don't think that's on the top of your mind. Again, but that's why he has a suspension. So, all right, let's see here. Hard to judge, but what cars do you think will be at the track in August? Well, usually there are stuff that's a few months or maybe a month ahead of time. So by August, that would be the September cars. We might start seeing 2023 race wins rolling in by August. So we might see some of those rolling in. I think we'll start to see some of the early season stuff, like the patriotic cars and the throwback cars that have all just run. So we might see some of those in at then, but I'm not sure. Oh, I'm sure he doesn't like these cars either. I don't think any of the drivers are really happy with the way that these cars crash and, you know, the way they race. But again, I don't think you're thinking straight if you're willing to dump someone at 180 on a straightaway. I don't think you're thinking straight. You're pretty ticked off. Do you think that Ross Chastain's Kubota car should have the yellow playoff marking? Well, that Kubota car is the 2023 car. So that's why it doesn't have the playoff marking. Otherwise, yes, it should. Any race wins you really looking forward to from last or this year? Yeah, obviously the Elliott wins. I'm really looking forward to Bubba's Kansas, Buescher's Bristol, you know, the cars I was there to see. So those I'm obviously pretty excited for. I'm also really looking forward to Stenhouse's 500 car. I think that's going to be a good looking one. And then as far as this year, I'm trying to think what cars I'm really excited for. I think Bell's Bristol win's going to be pretty cool. What else? Blaney's Coke 600 is going to be a good one too. Other than that, I think they've been fairly bland, honestly. I don't think I've been a huge fan of most of them that have come through. Oh, Kyle Busch's Fontana is going to be a good one too. Got to count that one. All right, maybe early 2023 race wins. Oh, I forgot about Truex's Clash win. Yes, I completely forgot about that car. That car is going to be incredible. Like, full-blown incredible. All right, here we go. Yeah, can't wait for the Coke 600. I mean, that one, I just think that car looks good. Mix that with a Coke 600, and what do you know? Ryan Blaney's the new Casey Kane, winning the Coke 600. You know, that's a good thing. Good comparison. I thought the Casey Kane comparisons were just full-blown, like, everyone was acting like he's not Casey Kane. I'm kind of like, Casey Kane won 18 races. Like, that's no slouch. He's a top 75 best drivers. Like, you know, that's not a bad race car driver to get compared to. And at the rate Blaney's going, he's close to 10 years in, and he has, I think, 8 wins now. Like, he's right on par to end at around 18 wins. Yeah, this was my first 500 this year, too. I was a little disappointed in the 500 because of all the overtimes. Like, look, I went down to Florida for the Daytona 500 and all the Daytona races. I didn't see one car cross the checkered flag, like under green. They all ended under caution, like on the backstretch or due to rain. So, you know, I don't know. I felt like I really wanted to see somebody cross the checkered flag at some point that weekend. But unfortunately, it just never happened. So I don't know. But yeah, I was really excited for Daytona, and then I personally think Daytona 500 should be like the Indy 500. I think they just need to end it at 500 miles. I think this year, when I saw Kyle Busch make that move with 3 laps to go, get the lead, it felt like the move of the race. It felt like, okay, boys, the race is on, like right now. And I don't know. It just, to me, all the extra overtimes just made it feel cheap. It didn't feel as prestigious. Like, it felt like, oh, we'll just add laps. We'll just, there's no integrity behind the overall, you know, standard of the race. So personally, I would have honestly been okay with them ending it at 500 miles. I would have been fine. Kyle Busch coming across for his first Daytona win after how many years of trying would have been pretty cool. I would have been all right with that. And instead, we ended up with just everyone getting crashed. I mean, like, everyone. I did a video of how many cars crossed the line. It was like 10. All right, so taking a look at this one, I guess I didn't mention it, but I've already done a video on this one because I picked one up at the track. So yeah, this is Elliott's 2023 Napa car. This is the car that will be racing this weekend, but with Corey LaJoie behind the wheel. So technically, this is my first Corey LaJoie car of 2023. Question is, do they leave Elliott's name on the window, or are they going to put LaJoie on the windshield? Because that'd be interesting. A Corey LaJoie number 9. Yeah, I mean, it's the wrecking is a little obnoxious because of why it happens. You know, it used to happen because guys would get loose and make mistakes, and there were so many cars next to them that they couldn't avoid it. Now it happens because they're ramming into each other at 200 miles an hour. And to me, that's just, I don't know, seems silly to me. Like, you know, we're the best stock car racers in the world. Let's slow our cars down so much that we have to ram into each other at full speed. It's kind of like, really? We sure that's the way we want to go? So yeah, I think I would love to see Daytona go back to those rules of just it's 500 miles. I would love NASCAR in general. We're no overtime. You know, at the end of the day, the race ends where the race ends. To me, every time you add an overtime, you're just introducing more potential chaos, and I think chaos cheapens the end result of the race. So yeah, I'm thinking of things like last year's Coke 600. The guys running first and second. Let me just put this in your mind. Imagine the race last year for the Coke 600 ends with 2 to go. Chase Briscoe, Kyle Larson battling for the win. Kyle Larson looking for his second in a row. Chase Briscoe looking to get his second win of the season. They're battling hard, and with 2 to go, he sends it in there, gets loose, spins out, caution, race over. You know, that would literally end the race. And I'd be okay with that. I'd be okay with that being the end of the race because it was a battle between those two guys. One lost, one won. Okay, that's it. That's the race. I'm okay with that. Instead, you get a restart, and Larson ends up getting wrecked, and Chase Briscoe, who spun himself with 2 to go, goes to the back of the field, and after 2 more overtimes, ends up 4th. Like, those results didn't match the race at all, and I didn't like that. Now, I was fine seeing Denny finally get a Coke 600 because for some reason Denny has not been able to do well in the Coke 600. Like, just has never really been a front runner at Charlotte. I'm not sure why. He's won races there, just not that one. But to me, there's something about the race being decided amongst the leaders versus having a yellow, bunching everyone up, and then having utter pandemonium unleashed where people just ram into each other again. And I don't know. I just think it would be I think people would remember the races more. Because I watched an overtime race in 2021 at Kansas that Kyle Busch won. But I really don't remember that race that much because I remember Kyle Larson dominated the race and he and Blaney were kind of going to battle it out on the last restart. And they got together and then all of a sudden Kyle Busch went to the lead. And so the guys that had been running top 2 all day, the 2 most competitive cars are suddenly out of the race. They were in the race, but way in the back. So, you know, it's like, personally, I think I would rather have seen the caution come out on the white flag lap or right before the white flag and then just know that, oh, Larson's going to come around and win. He was out front by 10 seconds. He deserves to win. I'm fine with that. So, I don't know. I think, to me, overtime has overstayed its welcome. All it does is jumble up the finishing order for chaos sake, and I don't think that's good for the sport overall. I think it makes it maybe really exciting right away, just like chocolate to a child, but in the long run, is it what's good for it in the long run? No, not really. So, anyway, let's see here. Elliott fan, hey, welcome in. We're sad. Missed my chance to get Hail Melon diecast. It is out of stock. Which kind of Hail Melon diecast? Oh, sorry, I zoomed in way too far. Zoom it out, dude. Zoom. There we go. Oh, too far. Zoom out. There. Well, it's not where I wanted it, but it's not bad. Which one did you miss? Let me know what scale. Do I have any extras coming? I don't think I do. I think mine are all sold out too. Sorry. I was trying to be nice, but sorry. Yeah, I don't really think there's any reason to review this. I gotta look and let's see if there's any chassis changes, I guess. Fuel cells look the same. We'll look under the engine bay. Yeah, everything looks pretty much the same, so I won't be needing to do a review of this one. This one's just going to go back into my Chase Elliott collection, so is what it is. That's the extent. But anyway, guys, that's kind of all I have. Oh, wait, sorry, there's one more. I forgot. There's the Larson Watkins Glen win. I don't know if somebody had ordered the ARC of the Watkins Glen win for Kyle Larson last Monday, and they hadn't come in yet. And so they emailed me yesterday, and I just got it out today. I had emailed them and let them know that was the situation, that I hadn't received it yet. But I did get both. He got the ARC and the Xfinity win, so I got them both sent out. Do you have Chase's Atlanta win, Dega win? Oh, sorry, Atlanta win, Dega win, and 2023 Napa in 164. So the Dega win is not out, except for the diecast chassis. So that one's not out, but I do have the other two. I have Atlanta and 2023 Napa. Let's see. Who wins the 2024 Daytona 500? Let me think. I have no idea. It is literally such a crapshoot. I don't know. I'd like to say Brad or Buescher because they've seemed to be the most impressive consistently, but it's such a crapshoot. I have no idea at all. Do I think Corey LaJoie could win? I think it's possible, but I also think that 9 car is not very good. I think there may need to be some changes at Hendrick somewhere in that 9 team because they unload at like 20th place speed. And then throughout the race, they sort of get better. And by the end, they're maybe a top 10 car. But, I mean, the other 2 teammates are unloading top of the board. And then for some reason, the 48's unloading pretty good, but the 9 just unloads so bad. So I think something's going to have to get done because I do question if Corey's going to be any good this weekend, just strictly based on the performance of the 9 car. Because the way I look at it is, look at what happened when Alex Bowman was out and Josh Berry jumped in. That car ran top 10 immediately. Like, it was immediately right in the top 10, right where it should be. But then the minute Josh Berry jumps in the 9 car, that sucker was running in the teens and 20s the whole time. So, if both drivers are hopping in that car and are slower than their teammates, tells me the car might have some issues. I don't think Josh Berry suddenly got better at the next gen, and when he hopped in Bowman's car, he was just that much better. I think the car may have actually just been faster than when he originally had jumped in the 9. So, last car. This is the Hendrick.com Sonoma win for Kyle Larson. And this is the Elite. I thought it was an ARC. I was wrong. It is the Elite. So a lot of diecast reviews coming your way this week because I got a review. Let me count them. 4, 8, 12, 16, 18. 18 164th reviews. And I think I have 10 124th reviews. So you guys will not be short on content at all this week. As a matter of fact, my voice is starting to hurt, and it's probably going to get worse because I have so many videos to make. But I'll spread them out a little bit so that way I don't overwhelm you with content because I would hate for you guys to just have too much to watch. But I'll get plenty of it recorded. I'll save some of it for Indy week maybe. No, I don't want to save them that long. I'll have something fun for Indy. I'll figure it out. I still got some weeks. I'll get some Mountain Dew at B-Dubs tomorrow. I should get sponsors from B-Dubs and Pepsi. Not even for, like, big money. Just, like, give me, like, free Mountain Dew when I go to B-Dubs. I'll pay for my wings. Just give me a break on the Mountain Dew. You know, little stuff. I promote them because I like them. Then again, I might be problematic. They don't like to sponsor regular people. They're going to go sponsor something weird. They'll sponsor, like, some Brazilian soccer player who clearly doesn't drink Mountain Dew because they're a freaking soccer player and they are way too worried about their health to drink that. And so they'll sponsor someone like that, and then they'll look at regular people and they won't do it. Will I review the Bubba Kansas win? Absolutely. Not only will I review it, I will have an extra addition to that review because I was at the race. So if you've never seen my channel before, when I'm at the race, I also add clips that I took while I was at the track to the video. So the video will start with a bunch of clips of what I watched at the racetrack, just, you know, clips I took and stuff, and then it'll get into the review. So Yeah, it'll be kind of fun if you're a fan of Bubba Wallace to get to see that one, because I got to see him win. Which I will say, I got into, I don't know, I want to say an argument. I was discussing with someone about who has the most toxic fan base. Because, of course, that concept comes up this week because of the Chase Elliott thing. You know, who's got the most toxic fan base? And I'm not sure. It's a mix, because there are different forms of toxic. You know, the Chase Elliott fans are just rabid, diehard Chase Elliott fans. They will defend anything he does to the ends of the earth. But I've always said Bubba has some of those fans that are like that. They'll defend it to the ends of the earth. The problem is the psychotic Bubba fans are really nasty. They're really mean. And I'm not a fan of that, because I really enjoyed watching Bubba win at Kansas. And someone said that the entire crowd had booed him, and I said, that's not true. I was in the stands. And, of course, then I was called a racist. Which I don't understand, because I was literally saying that he wasn't getting booed because we all were cheering. But anyway, nonetheless, that type of fan, and I don't even want to call them a fan because they're just an insane person. I don't think they're a fair representation, just like the insane Elliott fans, but they definitely make the name worse. So, yeah, both are not good at the end of the day. Like, having common sense, like root for your guy to the very end, but, you know, there's certain limits that just don't need to get crossed. But that being said, like, if you're a Chase Elliott fan and you booed Denny Hamlin this week, I'm fine with that. That's perfectly fine. That's fandom. That's the diehard fan in you. But if you decide to, like, oh, I'm going to go and, you know, start making things up and saying weird, random stuff about Denny Hamlin, then it's like, a bit much. So that's just my opinion. Pre-ordered that Larson North Wilkesboro. Ooh. Let me see. I got to remember if I got the... Yeah, I did. I got the reference pics on those. Those are going to look pretty good. I still think the Martinsville is probably going to be the Richmond is going to be his better car, but still a good one. If you boo both of them, heck no. You could boo every single one of them. Boo everyone but your favorite driver. That's fine. That's fandom. You get a little more of that flexibility. It's weird that Larson's Watkins Glen win has no confetti on it, and every win from this year is absolutely caked in confetti. Interesting thing, though, look at this. HendrickCars.com is very flat and even across the hood. And in the 2023 model, look at how they have Hendrick Cars on the hood. It's a much bigger, more sideways logo. So that's kind of neat. I think that's actually going to look pretty good. All right. Well, that was my last car to show off. I do have some more cars that came in, but they're restocks. They're stuff I've had in the past, so I just have to put them in stock on the website. So anyway, guys, let me go read some more chats, and then we'll call her a night here. Let's see here. I will be the first to admit Denny is a bonehead at times, and he deserves something, even if it was a spin like Byron spun Denny at Texas. Yeah, I think that would have been much more well received than a right hook. I think he has a right to be mad about the right hook for sure. So yeah, Denny has every right to be mad. He got crashed pretty hard. Wonder why they couldn't make the Larson win? It was sponsor approvals. One of the sponsors did not approve, and I'm not sure which one. Last year I had a slight bias against Reddick, and this year I'm rooting for him more. Yeah, I don't know if I have a bias for or against Reddick. He's sort of a neutral. So yeah, I don't know if I have a real strong either way. I definitely am rooting for Kyle more this year. If Chase wins at Sonoma, that'll be a really interesting storyline. Maybe if Larson wins in the 17 in the fall, they'll make that one. I wish they would make the 10. That car looked incredible, but unfortunately there was something at Colleague sponsorship was not going to last, because Colleague knew the day it happened that here's some pictures for our custom guys, so they knew that car was not getting made. So I guess we'll see. Anyway, guys, that'll wrap up the stream tonight. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If there are any cars in here that you were looking for, you can check them out at rasdiecast.com. Photos will be updated here in the next couple days. Bear with me. And then the 164s will get thrown on the website as well. If you're interested on something real, quicker than a couple days, shoot me a message. Email sales@rasdiecast.com. You can message me over Facebook or Instagram. I usually can get to both of those. Emails are probably the easiest because they're consistent, but I can get to any of them. So if you're looking for any of them, you can message me and I can try to get them out by Friday or even tomorrow if you're looking. But other than that, guys, that'll wrap up the stream. Let me get our last couple chats in the way here, and we'll call it a night. Massive fan of Bubba, but there's definitely some odd fans of his. I definitely say that if he's wrong, like Vegas deal and such. Yeah, for sure. Like I said, it's not everybody. It's just certain ones. Feel sorry for whoever bought that. Well, it's not a bad one. It's a pretty solid one. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you've had a good time here, and we will see you tomorrow with our next diecast review.